our mind is not a word processor, it's an image processor. So for example, if I ask you some words, and if I say Burj Khalifa, if I say Emirates Palace, if I say ADNOC headquarter, what is coming in your mind? Is it the words or it's the pictures? So if you say, oh, I'm getting a very clear picture about this thing, it means our brain is an image processor. Now, what image you have carried about yourself in your mind? And this is called, we cannot go beyond that image. So for example, if within my image, which normally in the other psychology, they say it is your identity. If I'm having that identity within myself, which I used to have, that I'm a shy person, I'm an introvert person, I'm having this and all this disempowering sort of stuff is over there, how I'm going to react? In the same way, my dear friends, because I cannot go beyond my identity. But if you change your identity, if you change someone's identity, the people change in an instant. So if I ask you, what identity you are giving yourself right now, that defines your fate. What identity you are passing it on to your kids, my dear friends? What identity you are passing it on? And I can witness that sometime unconsciously we pass it on, that limiting beliefs and limiting identity to our kids, we as a parents. We download those negative beliefs within them. Oh, you cannot do that. If my kids come back to me and say, Baba, I would like to do this thing and that thing. Oh, no, you can't do that. I'm trying to say over here, please try to give positive, empowering beliefs to yourself. We are the creation of a super creator. We are the creation of a super creator. We are not limited. We are limited only by the scale of our thinking. If some person say, what is the relevance of thinking with our outcome? You know, the first thing it happened in our mind is the thinking. Now, when you think about that, what you do, you take certain actions based on that thinking. And what the actions do, you keep on repeating that actions, it becomes the habit. And what the habits do, habits make your destiny. So if you are not happy with the destiny which you are having right now, what you have to change? You have to change your habits. Now, how you are going to change your habits? You have to change your actions. How you are going to change your actions? You have to change your thinking. And that is all about the thinking. Now, how can we change that thinking? When there is so much negativity is being prevailing around in every nook and corner in the world. You switch on the media, I can bet on that. Just within minutes, you will feel like depressed because there is a lot of negative statistics and a lot of negative stuff is going on. I would say, my dear friend, protect the content of your mind. Don't just allow to dump everybody that negative stuff into that mind. If I take that metaphor and if I say you are a good friend of mine, and if I have a negative, I have a contaminated USB with a virus, and I came to you and I asked you, you are my near and dear friend, can you plug that virus contaminated USB into your laptop or system? Irrespective of how close you are being, you say, Kamran, are you in your senses? You have been asking me to connect that negative, to connect that virus contaminated USB into my system. How much is the worth of that system? Nothing. But even if you are a close friend of mine, you are not going to take a risk. But my question to you, my dear friends, how much is the biggest dilemma? That we do not allow anybody to plug that USB, which is virus contaminated, into my system, but we allow everyone in this world to dump whatsoever the negative stuff they can into my mainframe. And when that negative virus come into my system, then I started feeling like depressed and sad and things like that. So my question to you, if we are protecting that mind content by listening to something inspirational, going into the circle of positive people, and appreciating with a sense of gratitude with whatsoever the blessings we are having in our life, I can bet on to that emotions, that beliefs started changing around. And that emotions and beliefs ultimately that control our destiny.